Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. Welcome to today's English work. I hope you have been enjoying the story so far. I do understand it's been quite a whistle-stop tour of the story this week, and you've been asked to read quite a lot of the text, but it's given you a really good insight into the story of how the Martians landed at Mudpuddle Farm. So we're going to retell the story today up until the point where we are up to, using key information from the text. Now we're going to start with what we're going to include in our writing, and then we will come back to that at the end of the video, just before we move on to doing our writing ourselves. So don't forget today, when you're doing your writing, use those time sentence openers we were introduced to in yesterday's lesson. You could always use the list or the grid that I gave you yesterday as well to help you. Use those joining words that we talked about on Tuesday and yesterday to add more detail and more information to your sentences. Use key details that you have learnt from the story, and then retell the story in the order that the events happen. So as we come across them in the book, try to use that order when you come to write your retell of the story. Now, because you've got the book there, it will make it so much easier to retell the story because you can use the book and flick through it as you are working. So let's have a look. The first thing I would like you to do now is to pause this video and to sit quietly with somebody at home and read from pages 310 to 328. So you're going to stop. This page here that you can see on the screen is page 328. So I'd like you to stop where you can see the shooting star. And then we will have a go at retelling the story using the key information that we have found out. So we're going to use Farmer Rafferty's ideas that he has, and where the Martians come from, who the Martian is, which the animals believe, and then we're going to talk about it. So pause the video now, have a go at reading those, and then we will carry on in a minute when you have read it. So how did you get on with reading those that chapter from page 310 up until and including page 328? I hope you're enjoying the story. It's been really good to read all of that along with you. So we're going to have a look at retelling the story today. So we're going to have a look at my ideas first, and then we will go back to the list to make sure I have included everything. So I started off my retell. Now I've only included 2 sentences here because I know that you can do such a good job of retelling the rest of the story using the key information. So let's have a look at my sentences. You can already see some things are underlined, some things are highlighted in blue and some things are red. So let's see if you can find out why I have coloured them or underlined them. So let's have a read. It says, first the animals created a perfect circle in the cornfield, then hid from Farmer Rafferty so he wouldn't get cross. A moment later, Farmer Rafferty appeared and he was amazed at the circle, and he assumed Martians had landed on the farm and created the circle. So what might we write next? Have a think about it. What might come next in our text? And just while you are thinking about it, we will have a look at the writing features that we have included in this paragraph. So we've got first and a moment later. They are our sentence openers. So they are sequencing our sentences. So first, this happened. A moment later, this happened. So it's sequencing our writing. We've got then, so, and highlighted in blue. Can anybody say why they are highlighted in blue? If you think it is because they are joining words, then you are absolutely right. Well done, everyone. They are joining words. Well spotted. And finally, you have got one word there that is written in red. Does anybody know why it's written in red? If you said that it's because it is a conjunction, again, absolutely fantastic. I'm super, super proud of you. It is because it is 2 words which would be would not, but it's actually wouldn't. So it's a contracted form. Excellent. Well done, everyone. So let's go back to the list. Remind ourselves of everything that we need to include in our writing today. So don't forget to use your time sentence openers, including first, then, next, after that, meanwhile, suddenly, just then, at that moment, and finally. Use your joining words, and, but, so, because, when to join your sentences together. Use key details from the story that you will find in your own version of your stories, and then write the retell in the order that the events happened in the story. So try not to jump around to tell me information. Try to stick to the order. Have lots of fun with this. Try and write some really good sentences for me. You can magpie my ideas that I have shown here. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind sharing. But see if you can carry on and tell me a little bit more about the story that you have read. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and I will see you soon.